Welcome to the Lock Shop with Nielsen and Hustler.
All right, it's 11:03. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lock Shop. Thank you very much for being here today. We continue all the way through until 6 o'clock tonight, live right here on TuneIn, on iHeart, at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. EST is presented to you by our partners over at Play Alberta. And I do want to give a shout out one more time to Jordan and the crew at Play Alberta for giving us the suite last night at Creed. It was absolutely perfect. Like, the stage was, if the stage was right here in front of me, and little Scott Stapp's in the front of the stage right here, we were like right here. It was probably the best location of a suite for a concert. It was awesome. And that wouldn't have been possible. So thank you to the Nasties who ended up coming. And obviously thank you to Jordan and the crew over at Play Alberta for getting that hooked up for us. It was, the perks of having an amazing local partner that totally gets what we're doing. And that's awesome. And just a spoiler alert here a little bit. Jordan did say last night, he goes, yeah, this was great. He goes, we'll definitely do it again, maybe an Oilers game or two. So maybe that could be coming down the pipe as well. I think we just signed Luke Gazdig up for an account, actually, at Play Alberta. So that's nice to see. And damn, does this Creed shirt look good. As I continue to get a look at Benny, this looks good
great.
Looking shirt.
It looks great. I like the color, the blue, blue and white.
That
pops.
blue pops.
Yep.
This shirt, This is like instantly into my top 5 t-shirt rotation.
Oh yeah,
which is big. I think it looks really nice. All right, so let's find out what we got for you up already over at Play Alberta. I know the boys did. I think yesterday was the first time Glue Guy and Huss had done a lock shop together. Yeah.
Yes. The Glue Guy was very excited, and he killed it yesterday.
I'm assuming it went really well. Yeah, I'm assuming it went really well. Maverick says, guys, Play Alberta doing a big free bet for the NFL. I do know, like, our bonus offer in September is going to be different than the deposit 20, get 50. I don't know what it is just yet. Excuse me. But I'm assuming they probably want to pump something up because of the National Football League returning. This will be our first run through the NFL with Play Alberta, and they love what we did for hockey. They absolutely love what we're doing for CFL. But wait till they see what we bang out for NFL. Like, those poor odds makers that are on the Teams chat with us are going to hate our guts, which is good. That's what it's supposed to be. So if you haven't downloaded the Play Alberta app yet, please do. If you haven't used this month's code, and what is it? It's like 2/3 of the way through the month. Use the code EST Sports. Deposit $20. Get $50 over at Play Alberta. A couple of specials already up. My baseball special's not up. Oh, it's already done. Yeah. Jeez. So it's been busy. Like, between shows, I had a meeting at like 9:15 that went to 10:15. And then our boardroom table showed up. So myself and Benny and Jay were hauling that up the stairs to set up the boardroom. And then Benny and Jay it came together nicely, did it not?
Oh, yeah. No, it was good.
Yeah.
Real good. It came out nice. It's a good boardroom table, especially for the price that we got it at. It was quite the steal. So it was good. Yeah, it was great. Like, pretty easy to set up too. Wasn't too much hauling around.
Yeah. So I guess the point, and it looks good. We'll put out some pictures of it later on. But the bet we did today was Blue Jays money line and Jays to score first. And Jays are down 2-1, but they scored first. So that's good news. So hopefully you're riding with us on that. That game started like 40 minutes ago. Probably going to fire up the TV. You fire that TV. Let's get the game on there. And then the Lock Shop partner parlay from yesterday. The boys went crazy yesterday. Ravens to win the AFC North Atlanta to win the NFC South, which I don't think I would have changed this if I was here. Chiefs to win the AFC West, and then the Lions to win the NFC North. That's, it's probably like the nervous Lions fan in me, but that's the one I might be most worried about. Anyway, it's plus 2450. Put a 10 spot on that myself this morning. So now where is he at a Boston Pizza? Where is this guy? Let's bring in Huss today from Winnipeg Sports Talk. Huss, where are you, my man?
I'm at beautiful Breezy Bend Country Club getting ready for the Manitoba Open, Dusty. It is the Pro-Am going on right now. I did the show from here yesterday with Glue Guy.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Guy.
Yeah.
Great time with Glue Guy.
How are you and Glue Guy? Was it good?
It was awesome.
Good.
It was awesome.
Good.
He was great, and he was so fired up.
Oh, yeah.
And we had a lot of fun putting together that division winner parlay. I will say I sort of echoed your statements. I would have been fine if we just went with the 3-banger.
Yeah.
Which I think was like 8 or 9 to 1. But he was pretty passionate about the Lions. And I said, well, listen, with you filling in for Dusty, I'm going to have a hard time doing a hard veto of the Lions and then have to talk to him the next day about that. But NFC North is interesting. I mean, to me, the Vikings are live. If JJ McCarthy can have a season that a lot of people believe that he can, I still think the Lions are better than the Packers. I'm not buying the Bears right now.
No,
but when it all of a sudden went to 23 or 24 to 1, I'm like, all right.
You can't say no at that point, right?
Exactly.
So I didn't even know you guys did that yesterday. I'm doing the show this morning. I'm like, all right, let's pop over and take a look at the early bird bet. And then, with Jay's money line, Jay's to score first. And then EST specials, I click on it. I didn't see what was on the left. I just saw plus 2450. And I was like, what the hell is this banger? And I like it. So yeah, if you want to get on that, it's over on the EST specials page, and we'll dive into that. Huss, Creed was in the house last night.
Okay, listen. You're wearing the shirt. There's nothing like.
This is the halftime show shirt.
Did you get it at the show?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was like one of the most popular shirts.
Oh, for sure. Now listen, I have to ask you this. I brought this up before during the Nielsen show days when I would jump on with you guys in the morning. Yeah. Do you actually like Creed, or is this a 10-year bit that still lives on today?
Okay, great question. We learned over the last month or so that Eric, my co-host, does not like Creed. So he was just playing it because I was like, let's go, it's Creed Tuesday. So he didn't really like Creed.
I assume you've been trolling your listeners for
no. So for my part of it, I liked Creed when they were hot back in the day, but I wasn't like a hardo who listened to them for the last 20 years all the time. We started the bit as kind of like, oh, remember these guys? Let's play Creed. But then I get to the concert last night and I'm just banging along to every song. Like I was so happy. And so Tammy, my wife, loves concerts. She's been to hundreds of concerts. I've been to 30 to 40 concerts in my life. Last night, she's like, this is one of the best concerts I've ever been to, hands down. Like Scott Stapp, you should see this dude. Like he's jacked to the point where some of my buddies were texting me who were at the concert. They're like, we're debating in our suite right now. Is Scott Stapp on roids? Because he's 52 years old and he's just jacked. His voice was still amazing. It was an awesome show. And so I go online last night on Twitter. I'm like, it has to be said that Creed was effing awesome tonight. And everybody replied. They were at the concert. Like, I agree. Like, I didn't think it was going to be like that. That was one of the best shows I've ever been to. So, it sold out, over 16,000, rave reviews. There were people who were buying tickets behind the stage you couldn't even see. They were paying $45 just to sit and listen to the show.
What's going on? I always thought that I thought it was a whole bunch of people being sort of smart ass. We like Creed ironically, and we don't really like them, but we'll play some of the songs. And then over the last couple of years, it seemed like it jumped the shark. And now people are like, okay, I'm actually in. Like, I could not believe when I heard that they were selling out an arena like Rogers Arena right now. But they have done it here. Listen, while you're there, I got to show Reem. Stand up again. You got to show Reem the. This is the concert shirt that he got last night. like from the Cowboys.
How do you not buy that?
It legit says across the top, greatest halftime show ever.
Greatest halftime show ever. Here, turn your mic on for a minute. I'm interested in your. This is Michael Remus, my partner. On
Remo.
What do you think about the greatest halftime show shirt ever that he did actually purchase at the concert last night?
I wish I knew that they had that. I would have asked him to.
I could have got him one. I could have got him one, man. They're $60.
Worth it.
But you know what's funny? I buy this shirt. I buy this shirt, boys, and then at the end of the concert, my one buddy was in a different suite. He said, "Hey, come on over, have a quick drink with us before you leave." So we go over. I walk into their suite. 3 other dudes wearing the same shirt that I bought. Like it's just
the streets of Edmonton today.
Oh yeah.
Like if you go to Earl's Tin Palace after the work today, or go to your local Boston Pizza, it's more likely than not that someone will be wearing that shirt today.
Yeah, it was. I sat down. We got there. Big Rec was opening for them, and we got there like probably a quarter of the way through.
Big Rec, they're good.
Yeah, so I sat down and I look, and I'm like, holy smokes! Like this place, like it was packed, absolutely packed, and it was an awesome show. It's like I said this morning, my 3 favorite concerts probably of all time are now Creed last night. I saw Eminem in Squamish at an outdoor music festival. And then he is a piece of white trash, but when I saw Kid Rock, he was unbelievable.
Dude, Kid Rock show is really, really good.
He's an insanely talented musician, Kid Rock. Like he was playing everything. He was like mixing with his feet on top of like the DJ table. So those are my top 3 now. Undoubtedly my top 3 concerts ever right there.
Nice for Remus to pop in on Lock Shop. I actually have to thank him. He set up a new camera today.
Oh.
Because I did mean to apologize to people. It was more sunny and we're in an area where there's lots of natural light. And I looked like a silhouette for a good portion of the Lock Shop.
What camera are you guys using today? That's a good looking road cam. What is that?
This is a new one, and check this out. No, we stopped it. This is an Insta 360.
Insta 360. Okay.
Insta 360, but it's got this thing where are you going to turn on the
does it like follow you where you go type of thing?
Yeah, the tracking. We have it off right now, but it was
so it's like an iPad. When I'm on a Zoom, my iPad will like move to my body wherever it is.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's an Insta 360.
Insta 360.
All right.
But yeah, no, it looks good, and we are we're operational. We got the big setup today. Like I'll go and do shows with whatever, set up a camera. It's a lot different when the CTO is on the road. So we got some lights, we got a good camera, we got the mixer. We're good to go for what should be a fun show. I was disappointed. I had no idea that this Blue Jays game started so early.
Yeah, it was. We were putting the bet together this morning, and it started at 11:35 your time, 10:35 our time. So it's in the 3rd inning, and Toronto's down 2-1. But Georgie is on first base with 2 out in the top of the 3rd. So yeah, but we, like I said, we had Jays to score first, and then Jays to win. So hopefully it cashes.
I missed you yesterday because I'm sure the 2 of us could have done just the full hour talking about the psycho
Tommy Pham. we had Keegan Matheson on this morning. Oh, and did
Keegan have to say?
Well, so I said to Keegan, he's right in the
middle of it.
We chat about Vladdy and stuff, and then he goes, I said, so Tommy Pham, like a psycho, right? And he goes, and Keegan had been tweeting about Tommy Pham. And then he says he gets back to his room after that first game of the series, and he's got his phone and he's got notifications popping up. Tommy Pham has replied to your messages. So like Tommy Pham was like, I guess going back at Keegan. So then Keegan yesterday went to the Pirates room just to chat with Tommy Pham and said, hey, is there anything you want to say on the record or anything? And God, somebody listening in the chat might remember what he said. I think Tommy Pham told him something along the lines of, just tell the people that I speak the truth. Like whatever that means.
The quote was, I stand by everything I said, despite deleting the tweets. This guy is so crazy. And, it's perfect that this happened this week, though, this incident. Like, it was, I don't know if you were watching the game. It was one of the most bizarre scenarios ever. I mean, a guy pimps a bat flip of a walk.
I know.
And turns around after about 4 steps and goes at the catcher. And they asked him afterwards, like, what did you say? Heineman says, I said absolutely nothing to him. And he didn't say anything to me either. Like, he just... But anyways, the fact that this is happening right now as everyone is doing their fantasy draft, I went down the rabbit hole on Monday
did
night.
you get sucked back to the... Because it was, who was it? It was Jock Paterson?
Yeah, he slapped Jock Paterson during batting practice and got suspended for 3 games because he 8 months after the fact, he was still pissed off that Jock was able to utilize an IR space for an injured player.
Is that what it was?
That is exactly what it was. And you know what? If you want to revisit it tomorrow on your show, if you've got a little bit of time, I recommended to people just to do this on their own yesterday. You need to go onto YouTube or X, whatever, and find Jock Peterson's interview afterwards when the media was asking him, like, what happened? And it might be the funniest sports interview of all time when you realize the situation, what's happened. He talks about getting slapped, and they go, what happened? He goes, well, started off, I put this guy on the IR. He was listed as out. He asked me about it. I screen capped the rules of the thing. And funny enough, he also had a guy that was out on his IR. And I thought that was that. And then he walked up and slapped me. And they go, where did he slap you? And he's like, in the face. it's honestly, I was in tears watching it. I think I watched it 2 full times again. So listen, if you're having a bad day or something, just search Jock Paterson, Tommy Pham, and you will you can thank me later for that one. I actually found another one, Dusty.
Okay.
I can't remember whether I said this on the show yesterday. There's been a lot of Tommy Pham talk, but there was the incident where, and again, you can't remember what team he's on. I mean, the guy wears his welcome out everywhere. I think he's on 10 teams in 11 years. But 2022, Luke Vogt slid into home plate and had a collision with the catcher. I mean, I watched it a couple times. It didn't really look malicious. He's just a big guy. So after the game, Tommy Pham called Luke Volt's slide dirty as bleep. It starts with F. Then he followed up with saying, Pham knows a gym owner in San Diego and said he's willing to fight Luke Vogt. and then the final quote, Tommy Pham on Luke Volt's slide into Tyler Stevenson. If Luke wants to settle it, I get down really well. Anything, Muay Thai, whatever. Like I said, I've got an owner here who will let me use his facility. So F him. I'm out. So listen, you want to dance with Tommy Pham, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, bare knuckle fighting. Tommy Pham is down. He is absolutely down. And in an ironic way, that entire episode was just so dumb. It ended up being one of the more hilarious things. Like the Tommy Pham story at the end of his career.
Oh man.
The stories that his teammates will be able to tell. Maybe when we're done all this, we should just do a documentary. Just tracking down everyone that played with Tommy Pham and just getting, because those baseball players' stories are amazing. They got so much idle time.
Yeah.
I mean,
all I can think. Now this is a guy who's been stabbed twice, as once by his stepdad, Tommy Pham. All I can think of is who's the commish that allows Tommy Pham into the fantasy league. Like, you
Yeah,
don't think
and
you
the
check
funny
with a
thing
few people? You run some references here? What are we doing?
Well, and that was the thing. They asked Jock Peterson if he'd ever spoken to Tommy Pham before, and he said no. They weren't on the same team or anything. I guess it was sort of a high stakes. I mean, they were all putting in $10K or something like that,
Yeah.
which is like $50 for probably $10
For regular people,
for
yeah.
normal people. But yeah, and so I mean, guys have played with each other. Jock's been around a little bit, so is Pham. So whatever, they were both in the same league, and it blew up. But yes, good luck being the commissioner of the league that Tommy Pham is in, and have some has issues with the way the IR is handled. Is that still 2-1?
It is. It's still 2-1. It is the bottom of the third now. 1 out.
We'll pay attention to this one throughout.
Yeah. No, it'll be. It should be. We'll keep tabs on it. I got my wide receiver position preview, so we can dive into some NFL fantasy. Do you see this Elks line right now? I mean, I wasn't on Lock Shop yesterday, so I didn't realize how much it had moved. But it opened at Red Blacks -1. It's now Elks -3.5 us. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
3.5. I mean, listen, you got to look at the quarterback matchup right now. I mean, I guess we expect Justin Crum versus Cody Fajardo. Fajardo's playing some great football, and the Elks have some momentum right now. I do like the Elks, but I like them a lot better as a pick'em.
Yeah.
Than now having to lay
3.5.
Hey, listen, I think there's a big time concern in Ottawa, especially without Drew Brown, and people are, dare I say, sort of believing in the momentum that Edmonton's put together. I mean, as they say, I do like Edmonton to win the game. That, once you get to the hook beyond 3, that is a little tough maybe to throw down on, but I'm glad I'm already in with just Elks money line for the week, and don't have to worry about the latest move.
What's crazy is that I think on Monday, Glue Guy made his play of the day on the afternoon show, move the Elks money line to +115 for 24 hours, and now it's -189. So, if you locked it in earlier with us at Play Alberta at +115, it's now -189. That's a night and day.
Taking care of the people, getting ahead of these lines, getting a little boost for the gang, and putting that up as well. Yeah, I know when Hammer and I were doing our CFL 110 picks, both the Elk game and the Ryder Stamps game were pick'ems.
Yeah.
So we just handled it as pick'ems and put those in together with BC. I'll be honest, with all the line movement, I'm kind of surprised there hasn't been any in this BC Toronto game.
Yeah, it's still sitting at 4.5.
If there's one line that I thought that would maybe push closer to 6 or 7, it's BC versus Toronto, or what's left of Toronto right now. But I haven't seen a lot of movement on that. Looks like Calgary. What are you seeing? Calgary, Sask, Sask.
Still sitting at Sask at 1. Since that first day, it hasn't moved.
And then this Bomber game is up. I've seen as high as 6.5. Where are you at?
5.5. I'm looking at 5.5 still.
Okay, 5.5. I still think when it opened at 4.5, and again, they're just looking at the quarterbacks. Oh, there's an unknown rookie QB. It does make me nervous. Wasn't it last year that an unknown third stringer named Davis Alexander went in for the Montreal Alouettes, and we know how that ended up. And that Morgan, I mean, he didn't look terrible or completely out of place.
He's got an arm, man. He's got a pro arm for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been around a little bit, so. I mean, the fact that he played last week, the fact that he's going to have first-team reps this year, I mean, I got a lot of confidence. Jason Moss. I'm in the same position as I was last week with Winnipeg in that I hope, and I think they can win the game. But, man, I certainly wouldn't be trusting them to, win by 6 or 7. I considered it at 4.5. But I actually ended up on Ottawa. Now Montreal. Because I do think that this will be a close game. I mean, nothing's been easy for the Bombers this year, and they traditionally have issues traveling out east, even when they're really good. And here's the other thing. It was great they signed DeMario Houston. It was great Dalton Schoen is back in practice, but I don't think either of those guys are going to be suiting up. We just got the depth chart. So it'll be basically the team last week for the most part that was able to squeak by Ottawa going on the road to take on Montreal, but Montreal going way down the depth chart at the quarterback position, and that's why we're seeing as much movement on that line.
We had Hamilton on this morning. He's on the Bombers charter today, eh?
Yeah, because of Air Canada.
Yeah, he was pretty excited about that. Anyway, so we were talking about a bunch of stuff. I see the Riders did bring in a kicker. They brought in a national kicker, not to maybe replace Lothar, but maybe put a little bit of heat on Lothar.
Absolutely. Let's get out there.
That's kind of what you have to do.
He missed another 3 last week?
Yeah, man. He's at 66%. I mean, if it wasn't Brett Lothar, who's been there for a long time, he'd already be on the unemployment line. Like, you can't. Like I said it, our show, I think, a couple times this week. You're in a league where there's like 3 guys above 90% right now. Most guys are always 88 or better. And Lothar hasn't been over 82 more than once in like 6 years. So, and then this year he's at 66. So they brought in a national kicker. I think it's just sort of to put a little bit of pressure on him and maybe, sort of back things up. But the thing that I came up with Jeff, and we had AJ Jakovic on yesterday to sort of preview Ottawa and Edmonton. And AJ brought up himself. He goes, I'm not buying into Calgary just yet. Jeff Hamilton said today that he is buying into Calgary. Bombers are at 5-1 against the rest of the league, not named Calgary.
Yeah.
I don't think I guess we'll see this week with another game against the Riders, considering they already beat them once. But I would say I'm more buying into Calgary than not buying into Calgary. I was surprised when AJ said he hadn't yet. Where are you on the Stamps right now?
Well, listen, as a Bomber guy, it'd be pretty tough for me to sit here and not say
I don't buy in.
I mean, listen, they've surprised a lot of people. VA's playing his ass off, an incredible leader. I mean, they've got a new energy around that team that we haven't seen, in the last few seasons. So, yes, I'm buying the Calgary Stampeders, but I'm also buying the Saskatchewan Roughriders. I mean, I'm not overlooking the 8-1 record that this team has. And let's not forget that their one loss at home to those Calgary Stampeders. I am picking Saskatchewan in this game. I think Saskatchewan wins. But I tell you what, if we show up and do the lock shop on Monday, and we're talking about a Calgary team that has won and that is now 5-0 against the Riders and the Bombers heading into Labor Day, we may have another swap at the top of the power poll right now. Because I think if you look at the losses that Calgary's had, they've got 2 losses to Ottawa, both with kind of weird quarterback situations. So they've got an opportunity really to show that first half performance was anything but a fluke, and we'll go from there. But I do like Sask. I mean, where are you at on that game? What a game!
A great game. I think we said it a couple days ago. Calgary's coming off a bye, right? They've already beaten.
That certainly helps Saskatchewan last week.
Yeah, and I haven't seen what's the Stampeders injury report looking like right now, because coming off of they were missing some guys. They had just started to get some guys back before going into the bye. Let me see here. Let me take a look at Calgary. By the way, can you believe the Elks have been? I saw a CFL stats account that put out like games lost due to injury so far this year, and Edmonton has lost by far the fewest games to injury this year, and they're still down where they are right now. Where's Calgary? Here we are. So Damian Alford practiced in full. Big Hill practiced in full. He's got to be close to getting in there. Tevin Jones is sick, did not practice. We'll see what happens on that front. Dominique Rhymes dealing with a quad injury, did not practice. But like the Barneses and the Philpotts and stuff, not on the injury report here. So, I guess that's good news. And the fact that Damian Alford practiced in full is probably good news as well. I think I'd probably still lean. I think the line is really fair here, the one. I think I might still lean Riders. But you made a really good point. If Calgary is 5-0 against Saskatchewan and Winnipeg, man, it's hard. And I know at that point the Riders would only have 2 losses. But it's hard not to make a case that Calgary's just as good as or better if they've already beat them twice. Like, that's what a game. This is gonna be a great game Saturday. Still 2-1, but the Jays got runners on first and second now. 2 out, top of the fourth there. All right. Huss, are you still there? Huss froze. I thought he froze. He was very quiet there for a second. Huss froze. We will we'll get him back. He might have to reconnect just on his end. We might not even have to do anything, but we'll get Huss back. From a CFL perspective, though, we were hitting on that last game. The rest of the league looks like this. Winnipeg's minus 263 on the money line right now. 5.5 point favorites. The total in that's a low total in the CFL, man. 48. Now, that total would be a 48 because of the Montreal quarterback situation. The Montreal's defense does make plays. I mean, they had a couple of turnovers in that last game. Didn't lead to a win, but the 48's obviously because they're on their fourth string quarterback. Elks, Red Blacks total is at 53.5. Maybe this is something we could do today. What's today? Wednesday? Maybe we could do this tomorrow. But we could put together our little 6-point teaser. The 48 in the Alouettes Bombers game. I would take that up to 54 and hit the under. What's this? Maybe this is what we do today. Winnipeg, Montreal. Elks, Red Blacks. That's a good question, actually. Elks, Red Blacks, 53.5. So up to 59.5 or down to 47.5 and take the over with Dustin Crum at quarterback for Ottawa, Wannick.
You're asking for a lot of points.
I know.
There will be points scored in this game, but I don't know if I could see like 60, 61, 62. I don't know if you want to make it that close.
So you don't want to go move it up to take. So you think it's better?
Yeah. I guess if you take it up, you're then going for the under.
Yeah.
The thing
or you
is,
take it down to 47.5.
The Red Blacks are a team that they will make comebacks. They'll put up points late. They did it against Edmonton already. They did it against Winnipeg last week. They came back against Toronto. Last week against Winnipeg, that was Dustin Crum that did it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't Drew Brown. It was Crum that brought that comeback on.
So the over 47.5.
I would bring it down and go over the 47.5. The Elks are scoring points too.
28-20 would cover the 47.5, which is what we saw last week. Right?
Yeah.
59.5 is a big number.
That is though,
But you're on the under.
So
do these
60 you could have a 28-25 ball game. Like the question is, are these teams going to get into the 30s? The Elks have not done it with Cody Fajardo.
The Elks haven't also allowed 30 points against.
They're averaging. They're averaging under 23 points allowed in the last 4 games.
So the Elks haven't covered the 59.5 in a game since Fajardo took over.
Correct.
Well, then what are we doing here?
So bring it up and take the under?
Maybe.
But who wants to bet on under?
I mean, when you buy 6 points, I don't mind betting an under. Huss says he's trying to reconnect. He says the internet conked out. Anyway, so, what do you say? Where's the chat? 780-218-9999 or over on the nasty chat. Do we take the Elks game down to 47.5 and put it on the over? Or do we move it up to 59.5 and put it on the under? Then the other 2 games, BC and Toronto's 55.5. So we'd only be moving it down to 49.5. But I like that. I mean, Arbuckle's going to be throwing. Rourke's going to put up points. So Toronto, BC, over 49.5. And then Riders Stamps is at 50.5. So it's 56.5 in the under.
I think you take that up.
44% in the over. Yeah, I think this is probably a 27-20-ish type of game.
What happened in their last meeting?
So if we take, what was the last score?
Let me take a quick look if I can find it.
I thought it was like a Calgary defensive performance, but.
Why can't I find this game?
You can't find it in general? What are you talking about?
I'm just trying to look for when. Oh, here, it's 24-10.
24-10.
July 12th.
So I think it'll be higher scoring than that, but what did I say? We move it up to
they're
56.5.
So
so we take the under on that one.
Like, is Calgary going to go put up massive amount of points? Is Saskatchewan going to, like, are they going to get 30? This past week,
Both running games should be involved pretty heavily here.
Saskatchewan only got 29 points against Hamilton. Saskatchewan was a much better team in that game.
And they held a pretty good Hamilton defense to not much. So we'll go under 56.5. So the real question here is, what do we do in this Edmonton-Ottawa game? Let me see. Let me bring up the... Okay. I want to see what we're looking at with Ottawa games, because Ottawa's defense... First of all, we had AJ on early in the week. He said their defense is down to like 4th, 5th string at a few of their Canadian spots.
Ottawa, 27 points last week, 46 the week prior, 31 the week prior, 15, 20, 33. But a lot of those with Drew Brown.
Yeah. Like, their game against Winnipeg was a combined 57. Their game against Toronto was a combined 88. Calgary was a combined 42. Hamilton was 45 and 43. So they would have been under the number that we're looking at 5 times. The Elks haven't gone over that 59. Like, I think the play here is to move it up. And take it under.
You asked the nasties. Springer Kirk says, I like the Elks 47.5. Likes both of those and the over. Big Uke, 47.5 and over. Life is too short to bet the under.
Yeah, but that's just Big Uke refusing to bet the under. Like,
oh, that's what he said. Life's too short to bet on an under.
Mind you, I don't mind the 28-20 being a score that could hit the over. This is a huge, I mean, it's a 13-point freaking swing here. But
yeah, that's what you do when you're only thinking 6 points.
I know, but I don't know why I'm having such a hard time on this.
Because I could see Ottawa scoring a lot of points still. Like, but also at the same time, I could see them
pretty
not.
Good lately.
I know. But, if you look at last week's game, this is a credit to the defense, but also something that could, you never know, is this the standard? Toronto was 1 for 5 in the red zone. They couldn't punch it in.
Yeah.
They allowed them to move the ball. They just didn't allow them to finish it.
But we're also talking Crum here, not Arbuckle.
Absolutely. That is an excellent point on this, too. Well, what's Dustin?
Crum's 1-1 so far this year. But he won the ridiculous weather game in Calgary.
Yeah. So this season, Dustin Crum passing.
It's not going to be that
I'm going to
impressive.
take the Calgary. Against Toronto, he was 235 and an interception. Against Hamilton, he was 149 and an interception. Against Winnipeg, he was 125 and a touchdown as he came in relief. He can rush the ball, though. Against Calgary, 64 times. Toronto, 60 times. Hamilton, 43 times. Last week, 21 times and a touchdown. So he can move. Edmonton has struggled against quarterbacks that are a little mobile.
So just go over 47.5. Look, if we go over 47.5 and it doesn't hit, I am going to blame Big Uke. Anyway, so it doesn't.
You want to know? I'll say this: Big Uke's probably going to be okay with that.
Yeah, like he says over there,
that.
He's used to not getting any credit. Also, shout out to Big Uke. I'm sorry I couldn't sneak you into the Play Alberta suite last night like you wanted. Sitting there, Savage is over my shoulder. He goes, Big Uke wants you to try to sneak him and 3 people into the suite. I was like, I don't know if that's going to be able to work, because you have to have like this little special like stamp on your wrist or a pass to the suite. So I didn't know how. I texted Uke. I said, sorry, man. I said, I'd love to, but I don't think it's easy for me to sneak Big Uke around. His name's not Little Uke. Like it's not going to be tough to sneak in anywhere. But shot is shot, like he said in the chat. I'm also not a guy who like tries to do sneaky things. Like I usually play by the rules for the most part.
Why didn't Savage just do it?
What, to sneak him in?
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't look good if one of the people that I had in the suite snuck somebody in.
No, that saves you. You can be like, I didn't know this was happening.
Huss said he's trying to come back in, but you don't see him anywhere, do you?
There's no logo that I'm supposed to.
Don't see you on the thing. Northside Sandwich says, normal-sized Uke would have been snuck in there for sure. Who's this? Oh, this is my friend, normal-sized Uke. You won't even notice he's here. All right, so let's do that. Let's do what we just said. Let me bring up the chat here, and we'll put this in. A couple days into the lines now, so they should be able to move these. Man, Glue Guy's always in here, eh? All right, boosted. Lock shop partner parlay. We are going over. No, we're going under 54.5 in the Winnipeg-Montreal game. Right? We are going over 47.5 in Edmonton, Ottawa. We are going over 49.5. What's the third game?
BC Toronto.
Oh, yeah, that's an easy one. BC Toronto. And we are going under 56.5 in Sask and Calgary. All right, there we go. That has been sent. We'll see what the number ends up being. All right, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Us says, sorry, man. This all just went out on us. Been good for 2 days. Him and Remo. And you know what's funny is that he had Remo on at the beginning of the live shot being like, it sure is easier when your CTO's here. And then the internet totally craps out on him, which is a tough look. Mind you, they're using a new camera that we might want to look into. It looks awesome. Well, it just looks so damn clear. Even when they're on the road, it's called an Insta 360. It's not cheap. But you should see the picture that Huss has today. It looks like he's sitting on the screen. Like it
makes action cameras. Well, it's for like action shots.
Well, Huss is full action, sitting around. No, but maybe I do think at some point we upgrade the studio camera to like something better than just this.
Sure. I wouldn't go that way.
You wouldn't go that way?
No.
Would you get like an actual camera?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess we could try that at some point. All right, I do have my wide receiver preview I can get to from a fantasy perspective. I can also just do a straight up mock draft right now if we want. But we did our wide receiver preview this morning on the Nielsen Show, and we can dive into that a little bit. Hit the running backs yesterday on the Nielsen Show. I've got the ratings here. If you have any questions from a fantasy perspective, you can slide those in right now as well. Have you decided if you're coming to the golf on Spot?
I don't think I'll be able to get to the golf, I don't think. But I will be there for the draft. Who are you hoping's there at 5?
It's a good question. So we are in a 16-team league. We each five keepers. I haven't looked at...
I'm not getting Alvin Kamara. Was turned down.
What? So he's just going to let him go back into the draft.
What happened was it was Kamara for a 4th I offered.
As we offered. Fair,
and then he
deal.
said... Kamara, because of all the keepers, he's a top 20 QB. It should be higher pick. So he believes the value of a 4th should have been Pacheco, which I'm like, well, I got Aaron Jones already. Like, I'm not making this trade for Pacheco. And he says, unless you want to make a bigger deal with Joe Burrow.
Oh my God.
Adding Joe Burrow. And so I was like,
to get Alvin Kamara.
Well, I responded with just straight up, like, I'm not interested in moving Joe Burrow. I'm not doing this. So he then still made me an offer. It was Joe Burrow, it was Alvin Kamara, and it was Drake May. No, Joe Burrow and Aaron Jones for DJ Metcalf, Drake May, and Alvin Kamara. I would get DK Metcalf. I would get Drake May, and I would get Alvin Kamara. I would trade away Joe Burrow and Aaron Jones. I'd said no
keep Joe Burrow
because I want Joe Burrow, and I'm also like, I have the 4th spot. I'm going to get a running back. I'm okay with Aaron Jones as being my 2nd running back. I'm going to be getting a running back. I'm going to be getting one of those rookie running backs at 4, I'm sure.
Well, John T will go first.
Yeah.
And then there's O'Marion Hampton and there's Henderson. One of those guys should be there for you.
I would, because there's also then going to be that there's certain teams out there. There's going to be there's usually like 2 or 3 keepers that aren't, or people that aren't kept, that are also pretty good names. So I should get someone I'm going to be happy with at number 4. He even then told me in the text after that it was, he said, I can't keep all these guys. I'm like, well, that's why, like, to my mind, I was like, that's why I offered you a 4th.
Which team was this?
Sambuca.
Okay, let me take.
I was like, well, like, that's why I made that. Like, I gave you a chance.
Yes, you're going to lose them back to the draft.
You could have you could have got a player for a 4th round pick.
Dusty's going to get Alvin Kamara at 5.
Well, I might still get him at 5.
Well, you might get him at 4. Yeah,
like that's like, but now I have to use a 4th round pick. But I would have not used the lost Aaron Jones. But okay, whatever. Like, I'll just draft them.
Is this a guy who doesn't like me?
No.
Okay, that's the other guy.
No, he's always sitting up there with Kixie.
Okay, so draft. He has. He's I like
Corey.
Yeah, I like Corey a lot. So he has. All right. So possible keepers for this guy: DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
Maybe Olave.
Yeah.
He's not going to keep Trevor Lawrence. Josh Jacobs for sure. McConkey for sure.
And then if he keeps a quarterback, he has May or Lawrence. He could choose one of those, or he can keep Cal Kamara. But like, I also viewed the trade that happened.
He's not keeping Travis Kelce, is he?
Or there's also Travis Kelce. You can keep.
He won't keep Kelce. Be done.
But there's enough keepers there that you can have. The thing I would
sure love if he let DK Metcalf go back into the draft.
He won't let Metcalf go in.
Because I'm in a spot where I want a wide receiver.
I would take Metcalf and trade him.
Wow.
Potentially. He's a top receiver.
I don't know. I think there's going to be a couple good. There's another guy in this league that has, who is it, Tuna? Like, I'm pretty happy that there's going to be, so he'll keep Barkley, Jamar Chase, Drake London.
Your trade, though, also changed the values of trades.
So, but yeah, well, that's what I like to do.
Because you traded away
2 top 15 guys.
Overall.
Yeah.
In Derrick Henry and was it Neighbors?
No, it was Nico Collins.
Nico Collins.
Kept Neighbors.
And it was first, third, and a fourth, I think yours was.
Yeah.
Well, Alvin Kamara is not a top 15 guy. He's a top 20 running back. But overall, he's probably top 30, top 40.
He's safely a top 40 pick.
Right. So that's where I'm like, a 4th round pick's more than fine. If not, I didn't have a third. I wish I had a third.
There's
thinking about also trading back.
Had,
seeing if I could drop back like 3 or 4 spots and pick up a 3rd round pick again or something.
Maybe it's the Gunners that have all these guys. Thought there was another team that had like 2 or 3 receivers that were probably going to be dumped back in. If I'm just going off the rookies, I probably want Egbuka in Tampa at 5 to put with Neighbors, because he's a guy who come next year, Godwin will probably be gone for good. Evans will be old. Baker's still going to be slinging it. So that's probably where I would go on that one. Doing a draft right now. It's a super flex draft. Oh, here, let's just do this. I'm going to do this. We did this morning with Benny. Pick a spot in the draft, 1 through 12.
I would love like the 6-7 spot.
Okay, we did 7 this morning, so let's do 6.
And you like that swing? Or that, I like the not waiting. Like you wait.
You like hitting it in the middle.
I like being in the middle. I just like being in the middle.
Okay, so we'll just do a quick mock here. Fantasy Pros from the 6 hole. Let's see. And this one, you can go on Fantasy Pros and actually do, they usually have 6 drafts loading, which will be live against other people. This one is sort of against the computer, and they changed things up quite a bit. But hang on. This was a super flex. I don't want to do a super flex. I had it set up. I'm prepping for Big Boy League right now. Change that. Also, I don't know if I asked you yet. Joe Burrow or Jaden Daniels? Actually, these are our 2 quarterbacks in the other league. Superflex league, 3rd overall pick I have.
Between
Allen and Lamar will go first. I have a very soft spot for Jaden Daniels, but I'm also pretty sure that Burrow could end up being the MVP this year. So what would you do?
I'm biased because I have Burrow. You just never know about that second year of a quarterback.
That's what I'm worried about.
You just never know.
And he's a runner. I think he could get banged up.
So it's not one of those, like, I'm not trying to fade him in that way, but it's also kind of like, hey, I've seen enough rookies have great first seasons, and then the second year maybe not fully live up to that. Burrow, even when the Bengals are bad, he still produces.
Yeah.
He still produces.
Yeah, he's always
still will produce. The only thing I would say in Jaden Daniels' favor over Burrow is like the schedule. A little bit of a better schedule if you're a Commanders fan than if you're a Bengals fan, which sometimes can help for points. But there was the Athletic had a quarterback tier ranking, and now I know that's not fantasy. They had Joe Burrow tied with Patrick Mahomes. Tied for number 1 with Patrick Mahomes.
Like just straight up quarterback.
As quarterbacks, he was tied for number 1.
They still had Mahomes at 1, hey?
And that was based off like NFL executives, coaches, assistant coaches, GMs, and stuff like that.
Did you know that in like their last 17 games, Joe Flacco has thrown for more touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes?
That doesn't surprise me.
It's crazy. I mean, but it sounds nuts.
Well, part of that is Joe Flacco's teams are generally trailing, and he's throwing some garbage touchdowns.
Yeah, but hey, that counts.
Absolutely.
Fantasy. Okay, so I started this draft. We're picking out the 6th spot. Top 5 picks. This is PPR. See, this is why these drafts are good, because it always is different. So this one went Jamar Chase and then a run on running backs. Christian McCaffrey, which I've
Really?
done a million of these. I have not seen Christian McCaffrey go higher than like 8th. So he went 2nd. Barkley went 3rd. Bijan went 4th. Justin Jefferson went 5th. I took CeeDee Lamb at 6th. And then it came back around to me. I took Drake London in the 2nd round.
Is this like a computer?
Fantasy Pros Draft Wizard, man. It's awesome.
Is it a computer that just is randomized, or are you doing with actual people?
No, this one's computer.
Okay, because I was going, this is really quick.
This one's computer. This is computer. The real people ones that you can do take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But I just want to whip through it. Okay, so then Kyron Williams. There's Alvin Kamara. He's still there. I usually don't want to take him in the 3rd round. Wide receivers, Garrett Wilson, who I got stuck with in the 3rd round today. So Jaden Daniels is still there in the 3rd round. The other 2 guys are gone. Kyron Williams, Alvin Kamara, Kenneth Walker, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, or just Jaden Daniels.
What were the first few guys?
Kyron Williams, Kamara, Kenneth Walker, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, DJ Moore, Trey McBride.
To me, it's either between Williams
McBride's
or
gone.
Daniels. Is this a super flex you said for that?
No, this is just straight up. You know what? I bet you can get Burrow in the 4th round if I want a quarterback. So let's go Kyron Williams. The next 2 picks actually were Daniels and Burrow. What are the odds that we were just talking about how close those 2 guys are?
But Daniels went first?
Daniels went 1 spot ahead of him. So then you're looking at, we got to get going here anyway. Let me just bang this out quickly, and then I'll tell you what I got in the 10. So let's go. I'll just put this together quickly. Let's see here. We'll go. Okay, we'll go there. And we'll go back to wide receiver. Nope, don't like that. Tight end's no good. Quarterback. Go Mahomes. This is like the first time I drafted Mahomes all year. Go Ridley there. Just try to get through the top 10. We'll take. I go there. And back. There's Ibuka, who I like. And do I have a tight end yet? No. David Njoku is always there. He's always there. Like 7th, 8th, 9th round. I love it.
I hate tight ends.
So here's what this is the team we put together from the 6th spot. CeeDee Lamb. So my wide receivers would be CeeDee Lamb, Drake London, Calvin Ridley, and Ibuka. Running backs would be Kyron Williams, Kenneth Walker, Pacheco, Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, Njoku at tight end. Decent spot. That's a pretty decent team. I think I like that one. Oh, Big Maple's on a plane. Wi-Fi is working great on this bird. That's a good one. He said Big Maple says Kenneth Walker. We have 0 weapons except for him and JSN. Yeah, I think there could be a big season loading for Kenneth Walker. Actually, I've been taking him quite often in drafts so far. All right. So who's on Oil Stream today? Hernan and Glue Guy.
Yep.
Bunch of different summer combinations here. It's how was Gazdick?
He was great. I think he's still here.
He's still hanging out.
He was watching the Jays game and stuff.
This is a
waiting
fun
to go
place
to the
to
next
be. So.
He was awesome. It was just honestly like him and Belzy. When you get 2 NHLers,
Yeah, no, that's great.
they just have similar stories and they just go off each other. And there's no way I'm going to be like, yeah, I know about my time. Let me tell you about my time at radio school. They were great.
Huss just sent me a picture of a truck that repairs phone lines at the golf course they're at.
Ooh.
So looks like hopefully his show's not in doubt either.
I'll be touch and go for sure.
All right, so Oil Stream is coming up next. Those boys will be on it. I got some other stuff I'm doing today. And then I'll be back tomorrow morning. Not sure where Eric. Have you heard from Rick?
Nope.
Wonder how he's doing. Anyway, if not, it'll be Benny and I tomorrow morning on the Nielsen show. Travis texts in and says, "You guys ever do auction drafts as opposed to snake? Any advice for those who do? You know who does auction drafts? Huss does auction drafts. Tomorrow we'll dive into some auction drafts and we'll get into some tight end discussion tomorrow on the lock shop as well. All right, Oil Stream for Boston Pizza is coming up next. That is gonna. Let's see if the boys put. It is up. Hang on, before we leave, let's get you what the number was on the. Did they put ours up or did they put Glue Guy's play of the day up? Let's see. They just said it's on the page. Jay's play of the day's up. Elks to win and under 53.5 plus 240. Well, I mean, people can go look at it. I'm not spoiling it. Your mic's not on, Matty.
I always say go look at it, but to wait till Jake.
Well, I'm just promoting it. More time to place a wager. We'll see what they get on our number. I look forward to seeing that 6-point teaser. All right, Oil Stream's coming up next. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning on the Nielsen Show. Thank you very much for joining us in Lock Shop today. Best of luck if you're riding with us tonight, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.